to today's presentation ceremony. We appreciate y'all coming out today. If you would, help me welcome the 2015 National Champions, the Limestone College Men's Lacrosse team. Thank you. You can be seated. The 2015 National Championship lacrosse team accomplished that feat with a 9-6 win over Lemoyne this past Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The Saints went 20-1 on the year, setting a new NCAA Division II record for most wins in a season, and became the first team to win back-to-back titles in program history. The Saints made their 16th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance this season and advanced to the national title game for the 9th time in program history. The Saints won the 9th straight Conference Carolinas regular season championship and its 18th conference regular season title overall. The Saints won the 8th straight conference tournament championship, while Mike Messenger and Reed Reinhold were both named Conference Carolinas Co-Offensive Players of the Year, while sophomore Kevin Reisman was named the USILA Lieutenant Raymond J. Enders Award winner in Division II. 8 players were named to the USILA All-American team, with Mike Messenger and Kevin Reisman highlighting this year's first team. Limestone finished the year leading the nation in scoring offense, scoring margin, wins, winning percentage, points per game, assists per game, face-off winning percentage, and ground balls per game. And to cap it all off, Reed Reinhold was named USILA Scholar All-American. Today we're going to take a few statements from Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Mike Cerrito, followed by Head Coach J.B. Clark, and then finally Limestone College President, Dr. Walt Griffin. Coach Cerrito.
Ernest Myers probably had the toughest job today because he had to read off all the accolades for this outstanding team. That took quite a while. Outstanding job. It's really been a wonderful year for Limestone College athletics. The program has captured its second Joey Hahn Cup in the last 3 years, and the women winning the Women's Cup overall for the second straight year. We got 6 conference tournaments: men's lacrosse, men's and women's golf, women's basketball, field hockey, and softball. 7 regular season titles: men's and women's lacrosse, women's basketball, softball, men's soccer, women's tennis, and field hockey. 12 teams made it to NCAA. 12 teams represented NCAA postseason play. 9 nationally ranked teams at the end of the year. And 17 of the 20 sports to compete in Conference Carolinas finished top 3 in their respective divisions. Truly an outstanding year. And the cherry on the sundae has been this year's national championship. Let's hear it for these guys again. Now to come up and get a few minutes and we can hear from Coach Clark. Coach Clark has been an outstanding leader of our men's lacrosse team. He's led our team to back-to-back national championships. During that time, the team has gone an amazing 39-2. He was named Conference Carolinas Coach of the Year twice, which is very hard to do in our South region. He was National Coach of the Year, USILA National Coach of the Year for 2014. And his 5 seasons at Limestone, he holds an overall record of 87-8. He's the all-time leader for winning percentage in sport of lacrosse with a .916 winning percentage. Let's welcome this year's national championship coach, David Clark.
Thank you very much. It's quite an honor, obviously, to be here again, and I'm glad that this time I have some idea of what this entails last year. Being a rookie, I wasn't sure what to expect, but truly appreciate everyone coming out and you guys getting out of bed to come over here for the press conference today. It's hard to thank everybody. These talks are hard to do because you're going to miss people, but I'm going to do my best. And first, we have to start with our Board of Trustees, who do such a wonderful job of really running our school and putting us in a position to have the success we have. Dr. Griffin, obviously, we're very appreciative of all you do for athletics and for our student athletes. It's one of the neatest things to work at a school that truly understands what athletics can do for the education of young men and women in our school. Truly embodies that, and our people leave here not just as educated young people, but when they leave here with the experiences that we have through athletics and the support of our administration on that side, they grow so much more. It's really neat to see. Obviously, our athletic department, hosting conference tournaments, as Coach mentioned, aren't easy to do. Hosting national tournaments takes it to another level. And we got so much help from my fellow coaches and administrators running those programs. It would really be remiss if I didn't thank all of you who did that. I can't name all of you, obviously, but thank you very much. It's not easy to do. And then running up this week, traveling to Philadelphia with 50 guys and three different hotels and meals and the city of Philadelphia, and dealing with police dogs boarding your bus to inspect it and all those things. The logistics are really overwhelming. And most schools, and I mean this, most schools, the coaches have to do most of that work, and it really takes away from their ability to prepare their team to play what really is the most important game of the year. Here at Limestone, we have an administration that takes care of all of that for us. The number of questions asked of me about who's staying with whom and where do you want to eat and all that are really minimized because we have such a terrific support staff led by Coach Serino, obviously. So thank everyone for that. Quite a remarkable team. We stood here last year, and one of the first things that Dr. Griffin said to me was he wanted to go back to back, and I almost fell over when he said that. To be standing here as back-to-back champions is really a testament to the young men you see here, and many others that aren't here. The NCAA really makes you pare down your roster, so this is really just about half of our team. But it's a testament to these guys. There was a target on their back all year. They knew that. They embraced that. They welcomed that challenge. We talked about it a lot, maybe too much at times. Our motto this year was hunt or be hunted, and we decided early on that we wanted to be the hunter again, that people were coming after us, but we wanted to still be that aggressive. As Colonel Reeling always tells us, attack, attack, attack. And when we got into trouble this year, it's when we didn't do that, sir. Maybe the first quarter we didn't attack as much as we had hoped. But obviously my coaching staff is as good as there is. And that's Coach Philip Newton here, worked with the best face-off man in the country. The Enders Award is presented to the most outstanding player at any position. And Kevin Reisman won that this year. I think it's the third time Limestone player has won that. So quite an honor for a sophomore to get that. Really remarkable for a face-off man to win that. And Coach Newton had a lot to do with that. Coach Kennedy, Carol Kennedy, runs our defense. And if you had told me 3 years ago that after playing in 2 consecutive national championship games, you'd give up 6 goals per game in those 2 games, I would not have believed you. But the work that Coach Kennedy did with our defensemen and all the guys down there, really remarkable. Bill Malone worked with our goalie, 3rd-team All-American, and really played a great game in the championship and led us to victory there. And then Brendan Storer, who is a great player here, he runs the offense, and you heard a lot of stats from Ernest about all the things we led offensively this year, and he does an awesome job. Also runs our recruiting, which is the key to this whole thing. But it was quite a run. To be 20-1 is something else. The loss we had in the middle of the year, I think, was as important a day in the life of this team as any. We never like to lose games. We set our guys up to be really challenged in the middle of the year. I think we played 3 or 4 weeks in a row. We played the number 4 ranked team in the country. So it was quite a run. We matured through it and got better for that game. So it was quite a run, great group of guys. If you get a chance, stop and talk to some of them, because they're really good, really quality young men. I was talking with a couple parents this morning, and they just, that's what they beamed about more, was the quality of the young men in our program. So thanks for coming out. I appreciate you, and I guess it's time to, you coming up, Ernest? Thank you.
The National Championship Trophy to Dr. Griffin. Stacy.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you, Ernest. It's great to see all of you here. I want to tell you a little bit about how Coach Clark ended up at Limestone College. You might not know this story, but he coached for a number of years at Washington College up in Maryland. And back in the old days, Washington College was Division III, they still are. We're Division II, but sometimes you would play teams in other divisions. So a number of years we went up to Washington College to play. Washington College would never come off the eastern shore of Maryland to play Limestone. So we were a little irritated, and we were further irritated by the fact that they beat us practically every time they played us. A few years later, Coach Serino decided to give up coaching, concentrate on his duties as athletics director, and he said, there's a great coach out there that's available. And he told me it was JB, left Washington College, and he said, what do you think about bringing him to Limestone? I said, that's a no-brainer, Mike. I said, if he doesn't come to Limestone, he'll go someplace else, and they'll beat us all the time. So that's how he ended up at Limestone, and one of the greatest decisions that we ever made, right? Congratulations to all. What you've done on the lacrosse field has brought Limestone College great regional publicity, national publicity. You run into people all over the country, they recognize Limestone College. And the success of the lacrosse program has been largely responsible for that. I need to apologize to one team member, Peter Papaglianti. 2 or 3 years ago, we were in Boston. And you know, I'm a feeble old man, and Peter was freshman or sophomore at the time, and he said, here, sir, let me carry your bags. So he carried my suitcase, and I was most appreciative. And I saw him a few weeks ago, and I said, listen, I said, you're a senior. I said, you make the championship game, I'll carry your bag. Well, unfortunately, relatives came to town, so I didn't get to go to Philadelphia. So when you're leaving campus, you come by the office, and I'll carry the bag, okay? Congratulations to all. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. That will conclude our presentation ceremony. We will invite media to speak with the student athletes and our panel if you'd like to stay afterwards for any interviews. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you.